Just to focus on for a while, you voted no to the finance bill. You are a party member of the UDA party, the ruling party, and it was an unpopular decision for you to vote against it. Was it a difficult decision for you to make?
Oh, it was. Because in politics, there are quite a number of competing interests. You have the party position, so you also have to balance your politics in regard to that. You have the people's position, and then you also have perhaps even your interest, because every human being is informed by interest, the hierarchy of needs. And you find that those interests are competing oftentimes. So for me, I think looking deeply at it and just introspecting, I thought, well, the people's position should take supreme lead when these interests are competing against each other. And it was quite difficult because the party had pronounced itself, the leadership of the House had pronounced itself. I am elected through a UDA ticket, and of course, even given the fact that I'm also a young politician, you know, and there are so many political undercurrents in politics. So for me, it was such a hard decision. I remember I called my mom in the morning and I told her, Mom, I want us to pray. And she was like, what is wrong? What has happened? And I told her, nothing wrong. I just really want us to pray. So, because I really felt I needed even that emotional support. So it was quite a difficult decision, given that I was going against the grain in every literal way. But I felt that it was the right thing to do. And I said, well, if there will be any consequences to be born out of my decision to take an unpopular position with my party, then I will be ready to bear them as a responsible leader.
You know, in the meantime, there were, you know, several undertones and a few issues that happened, especially in the finance bill. We did see that the president along the way came up with resolutions, and we'll be getting to that as well. Some of the resolutions, there was what the Gen Z said, and you did say, you know, especially on X, that, dear Gen Zs, I believe you should have engaged the president and proposed a well-thought-out plan, perhaps even cabinet nominees, and that's something that you stood for. Do you think that as young parliamentarians, you have made the Gen Zs proud?
I can't really speak collectively, because then I would be speaking on behalf of my fellow colleagues, and it would be unfair to them.
As Njeri.
But what I can say is, as Njeri Maina, I have done what is right by the young people and by the people of Kirinyaga County who elected me. And even the conversation, or rather the advice, I call it unsolicited opinion to the young generation. It was just a structured way of engaging government, because there's only two ways to participate in governance. One, you can either be in the system, that means you're elected in various positions, whether they're political, board positions, or you can run the system. That means you're the one who is deciding who is in the elective positions. And there's no other way within the confines of the law to run or engage the system. So for me, perhaps I feel that there was no well thought out plan on what next.